Alright, today I'm going to do a little tutorial painting this little ceramic vase. It's really sweet. I love the shape of it. It's got a pattern on it, so that's going to be the big challenge. So the pattern is partly dark and partly light, and there's some linear quality to the design. So I'm going to want to capture that as simply as I can. So I'm going to just start in with a little idea of a drawing. I want to compose the vase on the on my paper. I'm going to keep it just about the same scale as the actual object. That makes it a little bit easier for me. It's neither larger or smaller than the actual object. It makes it a little bit easier to get the drawing correct. So got a couple ellipses here to contend with. And I'm not going to get all crazy if I don't get it exactly right. It's, you know, no big deal. But drawing through helps me a little bit with these ellipses. So as I go up, they get a little bit flatter. As you see, this one's a little teeny bit flatter. Just get that shape. Okay, so that's kind of the contour. So now this little vase has some, as I said, some pattern. Kind of bisects, not quite. So if I were to give myself a couple little markers here, right in the center, this little design starts just a little off center here. So I'm going to come along like so with it. And I'm just start in with the basics of the design. I can do this, a lot of it I'm going to get in just with the value. But I'm going to just do a little indication of what the design, what's happening with the design. There's a little circle here. I can see some of this on the edge here. And there's another circle down here. And then there are these little leaf shapes that I want to get something about them. But as I said, you'll see I'm going to get a lot of this design put in with the value, not so much with line. Okay, so let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to come in with my blue spruce, and it's so much easier to do the negative shapes. So I'm going to do that here. In this design. Come along. And again, if it's not perfect, it's okay. I'm really just trying to get the essence of this guy, not every little perfect bit. What is the character of this pretty little vase? And then this thickness here. Use this blue spruce to see the thickness up here. It's kind of nice. All right. So I'm going to live with that just as it is for right now. Kind of got this dark side. So now I'm going to come over here to this other side. I'm going to pick something that I think is going to work for these green leaves. looks nice. Just kind of getting the... I'm not worried about, I can add on some variety here now. But there's a couple of these leaves over here in the shadow side. So the light's coming from this direction. So over here, this is in cast shadow. So this green is, if I put this same color green, it's not going to work. It needs to be darker. So I need something step down. Oops. I think it needs to be even darker. So I'm going to head to something like this. Now that's too dark. We'll lose the character of the green. I think this will be the right one. Okay. Yeah. Now this could have a little bit of that because the bottom changes a little bit. All right, so now I'm going to work on the top of the vase. I see that. So there's a light side and a shadow side. Get the right. It's kind of this nice lemony yellow. This isn't exactly what I want, but I'm going to start here because I think that's sort of the right value. It isn't exactly the hue that I want. I'm going to put it on this side. I want to add on something a little greener, actually. A little darker. This is nice. Okay. And I can use this also here. A little bit over here. Okay, so now I need the light side of that. I'm going to pick something like so. Now before I get too far in this, I'm going to go ahead and get my background because these relationships that I've got going, I don't really know too much about them until I get something in for the background. So as this is coming together, I'm going to go ahead. When I'm painting, I always want to be building the whole thing, building all the relationships. I don't want to finish one section of my painting. I want it all to kind of come up together. All right. So before I go too far, I'm going to get a little cast shadow in here, and I'm going to pick something kind of yeah. How about something like that, just to start, just to get something in there. It's not bad. You mix a little bit of, a little bit lighter in here. All right, so now something for the background. I want it to be pretty light and bright. Just mop this in. Can say something about the contour of my vase while I'm at it. If I need to restate that edge at all. This gives me a lot better idea of where I'm at. It's not, you know, it's not all there yet, but it gives me a lot better idea. Okay. Okay. Now I want to start to get these other colors in there. That's going to be fun. Pick this orange. Gotta get it dark enough. I think that's right. I think that's going to be okay. It's such a sweet little vase. Okay, now I need, there's a kind of rust colored edge. There's a rust color in here. Just to make sure it's dark enough. So this is the shadow side. I think that's going to be okay, and there's a little bit right there. And then there's like so. And then there's do I want that to be light over here? Maybe. I'm just going to reserve judgment on that for right now. I'm just going to let it be for right now. Now there's a little bit lighter green on these guys. It's not too much lighter than the other leaves. So I don't want to get it, you know, too light because we're still talking about transitioning over to the shadow side. This is, you know, an interesting study in value. Okay. So now I'm looking at these leaves up here, and I want to lighten them up just a tad. As the light's really hitting over here. Yeah, that's cool. And then these maybe a little bit darker here. Starting to get there. Okay, now we have some reflections that we can talk about. Don't want to get too carried away with that yet. Now, there's some graphic qualities in here that I'm going to go ahead and play with. These shapes are outlined. And I want that in my drawing. So it's kind of an interesting thing. I'm drawing some drawing in this case. So how do we depict that and have it be believable, convincing? All right. All right. All right, so we have kind of the structure of this going pretty well. It's coming along. a little bit of a broken line here and there. Right. Okay, now I think it's time for a little bit of an idea of some highlights. Don't want to get too carried away with this because it's really easy to do that. Say too much. I want to say the most so that I can with the very least, as usual. Let's see. I'm just working on this little edge here because that's going to be important to the whole contour right there. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I've stayed pretty monochromatic in this dark side, the blue, and I want to add in a couple of different types of blue in here. So I'm going to reach for something a little bit more vibrant in here to mix in, just to give it a little pop. Even some purple in this dark, and even on this rim up here. It might be fun to play with some lighter value in this blue also. I'm not sure that works. Let's see. That's a little too much. We'll see. And right here. Now I'm just kind of playing with the adjusting the values. It's kind of fun. This has got a shape to it that I'm paying a little bit of attention to. Got some little highlights. Some reflection. Okay, I want a little bit darker down there on the cast shadow here, right at the base of the cast shadow. So it's really sitting down on the base of the table. Maybe that's too much. Okay. I want to play with the edge of my guy a little bit, so I want a little pop of color around the edge, and it's always a fun thing to do. I always see kind of a vibration when I look at an object against, especially a white edge. So just around this side, I'm going to come in and with some bright yellow, and then I'm going to come back with my white. And that's fun. And I can play with this, what's happening here. I think it'd be fun to have another layer of color. just a different, little bit different kind of white. That kind of, not sure about that move with the contour there. I'm gonna clean this up and make that ellipse smooth again and see how it's kind of cut it off. I want it to be smooth. I don't know, my guy might be tipping over a little bit. That's all right. If I really want to spend some time and straighten it up, I definitely can do that. I'm going to lighten these up even a little bit more. Just at the top. Can have some lost and found edges. Okay. Now I want to really hit a couple little highlights. Nice and bright. That's really neat. It's fun. Then again, I don't want to overdo this because you can overdo it, and it just starts to look kind of tricky. I don't want that. I like this line. It really kind of says the shape of it really well. I think I've got the idea that this is, ceramic, that it's drawn, and that's what I was really wanting to get without, getting too crazy on the detail. Let's see, I want to get a little reflected light over here. That's nice. And there's like a little fun kind of reflection in here inside, and then there's a highlight right there. I think that's good. I want a little bit more color in my cast shadow, just for fun, and I think that's really cool. What else do I want? Maybe some more color in here. Maybe I want some aqua. I love that. Maybe right here on the edge. Maybe there's opportunity for some aqua in this guy. Oh yeah, that's nice. Just a little pop in the reflected light. Just gives a little lift. It's nice. Okay, I want to I'm feeling like I need to clean up that bottom edge just a teeny bit. That's the last thing I want to do here. So I'm going to come along here. Now I'm going to come along with the background color, white. Yep, I'm going to redo it. Just till I get it kind of the shape that I want it to be. Maybe I need to come in here with a little harder pastel. Get that just a little bit more drawn. That's pretty nice. All right, I think I'm just about there. All kinds of fun things I could be doing with the edges and could be doing with it, but I you know, overall I think it turned out really fun and is a nice little study. Let's see. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Bye. Hi there, thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, it helps us out, and click the bell icon to get notifications. We have lots more coming for you.